Good morning. Actually, at Techcombank, we always try to be different. We try to be innovative in some degree compared to our competitors. And the way to do is actually try to understand the customer. What is the unmet need that the customer is looking for in the investment? What do they want? What do they really need? What is the fundamental core insight that the investor is looking for? Is that the return on investment? No. Is that the liquidity of the product? Is that the risk and the security profile of the product? And then for a while we concluded that is actually the time. Time is probably the most important factor for an investor when they consider investing. I don't have time. Time is actually something that they don't have a lot. They don't have much. So let's keep the time in mind for a while. Let's look at the macro picture of Vietnam. We all know that Vietnam has been growing a lot in the past few decades, and with this trend, we are catching up with many other countries in the region. So naturally, will be very similar as for other people in other countries. Vietnamese people are getting richer and richer, and naturally they will demand for more diversification. It's no longer just TD investing in gold or property. It will be stock, it will be bond, it will be fund, will be other financial structure product, property linked, tokenized property, and so forth. But the thing is, the action of investing in something or buying something is actually very simple. Finding a suitable investment, finding what to buy and why actually costs the investor a lot of time. So if you keep like the time and the investment need for wealth product in mind, then things become very simple. If we are, let's put ourselves as an investor, then it's very easy. What we need is actually a centralized wealth marketplace when you can find a lot of choices for you to invest, for you to diversify, for you to allocate your investment. And then in the supermarket, you should have a lot of right feature, right tool, the right information so that you can make the decision faster, quicker, more informed. And actually, we built TCInvest for exactly that purpose. A one single stop shop where you have all the investment need, and also you have all the right tool, the right feature, very, very good comprehensive information for you to make the decision, to save time. In TCInvest, we offer the full range of wealth product, the cash, the stock, the fund, the bond, and then come in the structured product and probably the property links. And we also have a very good reputation in the market to introduce a lot of new and innovative features to the market. To name a few, TC analysis, portfolio allocation, the bond marketplace, robo-advisor, TC Wealth, or iCopy. So let me go through those in some more details to give some idea. TC analysis is basically in the past, if I am an investor and I want to look for a stock or I want to study a stock to buy, and I have to go to many places. I have to go to many websites to get all the information I need before I can make decision. So the idea with that idea, we actually built TC analysis in one single place so that all the information in there for the investor, you name it, fundamental analysis, technical analysis, qualitative, quantitative, sentiment analysis, valuation, simulation, backtesting, all you need in one place. You don't have to go anywhere, in one place, 100% online. portfolio allocation, as institutional investor, we all know that diversification actually reduces risk. And then there's a modern portfolio theory by Markowitz that if you find optimal point for to allocate your investment, the weighting of your investment in your portfolio, you actually get the best benefit on risk return. So our idea is to bring the tool that is available for only big financial institutions to the retail for investor. Everyone can use it at ease. So portfolio allocation, actually the future to help the customer to allocate their portfolio, their stock holding in their portfolio, and then to find the optimal weighting so that they can get the best benefit on return and risk. Bond marketplace iConnect is famous in the market. We are the only one who have this in TCInvest app. Basically, the pain point is that it's very reluctant for an investor to buy long-term bond, 5 year, 3 years bond. The thing is, always they have the question that what if I need cash suddenly? How can I get the money back? So basically, we build the bond marketplace for the investor to buy and sell with each other, to create liquidity for the bond market. iConnect actually won the best use of technology by Finance Asia Award. Fund robo-advisor TC Wealth. What is it? We, as you know, as a person, we always in our lifetime has so many big ticket spending in general. You name it: getting married, get a house, get a car, kid to school, kid to university, and then our retirement. So the idea is, how can I plan on this with my regular income, with my monthly salary and saving, that I can plan and I can save a lot of time to plan for it in my whole life. So TC Wealth actually does that 100% online to help the customer to plan for their whole life spending and on the big outflow in the future. iCopy is a very new concept in Vietnam. It's a social trading platform. It's very similar to eToro, if you are familiar with it's copy trade in general. The concept of social investing is very famous and very popular in the more developed market. For example, Uber, for example, Airbnb. So basically, iCopy help the investor to come and follow the best trader so that they can save a lot of time and they can get the best investment available following and copy trade with the best trader in town. But the interesting thing about this also that is a very, very, very comprehensive information hub and educational center for new investors. When they come in and they can browse around and they find good trader and then try to follow on what to buy of other trader. And that actually also save a lot of time for the investor to start investment. So I can go on for the whole day on many features in the TCInvest. But basically all we build is actually just to serve the customer need and to save their time. And that in return is actually helping our business as well. Our business has been growing very well in general. TCBS is actually about 10 years behind the competitor. But currently we are the leading security company in Vietnam. We are number one in many areas. In business, we have the biggest customer pool, we have the biggest asset under management, we have the biggest brand value, and the highest annual profit. In operation, we are the most productive company, operational efficiency, technology, and data. In all the field that we play, we are the leader. We have about 50 to 60% market share in fixed income, corporate bond market. In the stock space, we are number one in margin lending. We are number 3 in stock trading. And our market share in the stock market has been increasing very steadily in the past few years. every quarter we get about 0.5% in terms of market share. The target is 20%. Profit, we have been growing about 40% per year in the past decades. Basically, our profit before tax increased about 23 times, but at the same time, our operational cost and cost to serve the customer has been declining many times. I remember about 7 years ago, it was about $300 per customer per year in terms of spending. Currently, it's $20. And that's why we decided to give zero fee for all the trading at TCInvest. And compared to the industry, we are doing very well. Basically, in terms of cost-income ratio, for example, we are way above the industry average. We are only 13% compared to the industry average of about 42%. In terms of net profit margin, we are 46% compared to the industry average about 27%. And in terms of productivity measured by profit per employee, for example, we are about 3 times more than the average. With that, let me hand over to Mr. Hưng, the Deputy CEO of Techcombank, to share more exciting things at Techcombank that we do. Thank you. I think in a sense, there are only 2 reasons why we use data, machine learning, artificial intelligence for. The first reason is to understand the market, to understand the customer, to serve their needs, to save their time. That's one. The second reason is just to understand ourselves so that we can be more productive. We can make more timely, fast decision in business in general. So let me go through a few use cases that we are using for the investment space. Let's go with the first one on the customer. The start one is autopilot. I talk about TC analysis. When it's a centralized place, when you have a lot of information on the stock, on the company for the investor in one single place. But to be honest, we are a victim of our own solution too. Too much information. Sometimes it's too technical for new investor. So what we do is that we actually use GenAI to actually getting the vast pool of information of a company, of a stock, and produce a summary on a simple form. More layman, so that everyone can have a quick view on fundamental or technical analysis of a stock at ease. So that's autopilot. The other things we use for the customer is that the best way to understand the customer is just listen to them. So that's why we set up a lot of channels to get a lot of feedbacks from the customer. Every day we receive a few hundreds of comments. You know that different people write differently. The comment come in own kind of form, long form, short form, Vietnamese, English, some slang, some swearings as well on the comment. So many. But the thing is, many of them actually have very similar meanings on certain pain points of the customer that the customer have with our services. So what we do is that we build an engine on generative AI to summarize those hundreds of comments into the top 20 every day, the top 20 pain points that the customer face. And also the machine actually can count for us the similar meaning of the comments so that they can rank it on top order so that we can look at the top 20, sorted it, and then try to prioritize the issue that we can fix first for the customer. And that comes very handy in general for our business. On the second reason, the use case for our productivity and understanding ourselves. We actually have a significant uplift in our digital marketing and marketing automation using machine learning and generative AI in general. Most of my marketing and customer service staff now are using ChatGPT, generative AI for all kind of works, that for the day-to-day works in general. You name it, personalized email messages, landing page, translation, customer guideline, customer product material, and so forth. But the thing, the real breakthrough for us in the marketing space is actually graphic design and video making. You know that we build a lot of video, we build a lot of graphic poster to post on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, TikTok, and so forth. Now, you know, I have a colleague, graphic designer. She's very good. But the thing is, in the past, she can only do maybe a few graphics, maybe one video per week. Now, she can do 20 per day. And the video are making in mass by just a couple of young colleagues. It's incredible. So we produce so many using generative AI. So that is the marketing space. Then the idea is to try to we try to institutionalize generative AI. Everyone can use it, and we try to get it to more advanced level. You know that 60% of our staff is actually IT and IT related, and the coders. You know that the coder, we have coders. They are very good in coding, but the thing is, they are extremely lazy in their documenting their coding. So that's when they leave, the next guy come in, they don't understand what is the coding means, and they have a hard time to figure it out. But generative AI did an excellent job in documenting the coding. So we use that a lot, and then the coders start to use for certain standard object or standard module. Actually, they use the machine to write for them, to write the coding for them. So the only thing the coder now are starting to do is just to review the code to make sure that it's proper. And it's actually saved them about 40% to 50% of their time. Significantly uplift in productivity and save our cost too. With that, I think I can invite back Santoshin to further share on the things that we do at Techcombank. Thank you.